Budgetary constraints are now threatening the upcoming by-elections, and according to electoral body IEBC, the National Treasury has only factored funds for only 16 out of the 24 by-elections, and the remaining 8 hung in limbo. The Electoral Commission, while appearing before the National Assembly's Committee on Public Accounts, says it is imperative to get right during the upcoming polls as a stepping stone to build confidence among the voters ahead of the 2027 general election. Jeff Kirui with the details.
Just 2 months to the November 27th by-elections, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has expressed concern that the delay by the National Treasury to release funds for all the 24 by-elections may undermine the exercise.
Do you have the finances? You are now before the Public Accounts Committee. You have to put your case clear.
What is the projected cost of conducting the upcoming by-elections?
We have a total of 24 by-elections. The ones that are funded are 16. And the total budget for that by-election, those 16 by-elections, 788 million. For the 8 remaining ones that have not been funded, amounts to 258 million. So in terms of total cost, we are looking at 1,046 million for the purpose of by-elections.
Among the 8 that have not been factored include Malava, Ugunza, Mbeere North constituencies and Baringo senatorial seat.
So we are working with them. There's a bit of back and forth. I hope they will unlock that very quickly, because the timelines are sensitive, because election is a time-sensitive event.
The by-elections is a litmus test not just for the political players, but also the Electoral Commission that is walking a tightrope to change perception of Kenyans on credibility of polls.
So we believe that we will give Kenyans a very good by-election as a test run to 2027 general election that we will be embarking on after the by-election. So I think all the plans are in place. We will be briefing Kenyans through the media, but we'll also be briefing Parliament.
After the by-elections, for political players, focus will now shift to the voter registration exercise, where IEBC is targeting 6.3 million new voters, out of which 70% are young people. The next challenge will be to clean up the voter register. Election observer groups have called for a thorough audit of the register before the next polls.
Will come as a result of the registration process, where now we capture data and then have a new register, clean up the register in terms of the dead voters and all that, and then have it audited and then published. So we will have we will improve on what the kind of data we already have.
You were part of the team that campaigned for the current regime. From your assessment now, how have they kept to the promises?
Sorry to say, it's a lost cause. Because we campaigned on a very simplistic, people-oriented agenda. Agribusiness, to ensure that people have food, sustainable food production, access to medical care, good education, employment opportunities and business opportunities. There has been a failure in this. Look at education, for instance, CBC. And what happens when teachers are called to go to State House? They don't mention the problems they have in school, lack of classrooms, lack of capacity to implement CBC. Instead, the head of the teachers goes there and says 2-term. This shenanigan never even happened during the time of President Daniel Arap Moi. Ambrose Adair Dongo will never have done something stupid like this. Healthcare, where are we? If I was to talk to my landlord, Samuel Marwa, he said he voted for William Samuel Ruto, and he knows I'm William Samuel Ruto's friend. And he tells me, mzee, saa hii sitampigia huyu kura tena. You understand? I don't want to be his master's voice like my friend Gabriel Hill is. I just want to report what is happening. Nowadays, you will be afraid to call or speak to anybody in Westlands, because the other day I called Kweyu and asked Kweyu, how have you been since the last election? Then he said, I'm doing badly. I moved to Upper Hill. I'm now driving a taxi. Are you still running? I told him, yes, I'm still running. Could you please send me something for unga and milk? You see? Now, President William Samoei Ruto has even worsened the situation. And why is he worsening the situation? Because he's cognizant of the fact that he doesn't have universal acceptability from the people of Kenya. And that is the reason why he's conglomerating teams at State House. I wish he could call the doctors and the nurses, including my sister, who graduated with a degree in medicine, but has not been employed for the last 3 years. I wish he could call them to State House and tell them what he wants to do for them. I wish he could call the lecturers who have planned a strike to State House and tell them what he is planning for them. I wish he could call 20,000 Gen Zs to State House and tell them, this is what we planned for you, this is what we've achieved. You understand?
Yeah.
And to that extent, I'm disappointed, and I've said time without number. I apologize most profusely to the people of Kenya. But you see, he who doesn't make a mistake never learns. This is an opportune moment for us to see to what extent there's been a failure of good governance by the people we put in office, and what is our responsibility to the people of Kenya insofar as this mistake is concerned. Can anything be done? Look, much will have been done because President William Samoei Ruto had the goodwill of the people of Kenya. In fact, sorry to say, he could have been equated to Captain Toure, because he came in as the people's president, as the hustler. And he manifested every facet of the hustler. But when he reached office, he jettisoned all those ideas, and there is credible merit in the fear that this administration is concealing public funds in brick and mortar everywhere, making it impossible to sustain education, healthcare, agriculture, and employment opportunities. There is a failure.
Nataka niseme ya kwamba hii serikali imekuwa na ugunzi mwingi sana. Kila kitu ukitaja Ruto anafanya makosa, lazima atutumiwe magunzi wa kuja kuvamia. My friend, imefika wakati Kasongo kuenda nyumbani. My friend, hata ufanyie wananchi nini? Sasa wananchi wanajua kandidati wao, wanajua rais wao. Mimi hata leo nimalize. Nadai niongee na vijana, niwaambie kama una ID, chukua ID. Kama una kura, time inakuja kuregister kura, chukua kura. 2027 inakaribia. Na hiyo time hatutaangalia eti mtu ako na pesa namna gani. Hatutaangalia eti mtu ujipiga kifua namna gani. Raundi tutakuja kupigia rais kura, yule rais ambaye anaweza fanyia wananchi kazi. Yule rais ambaye ameweka hii Kenya kwa roho yake. Yule rais ambaye ameweka nchi ya Kenya mbele. Na yule mzee ambaye anaweza ongoza nchi bila tashwishi, bila ukabila, bila kuangalia kando.
There was a time my party leader stood up from his offices in Electricity House. He was one of the most successful lawyers at the time. And he came out of his profession to risk his life to fight for the human rights liberation, second liberation, which we have today. Kenneth Stanley Jindo Matiba is another one such hero. This is not necessarily done by the people who are in politics. It takes all of us, especially the young people I see here, to say this time we are going to be involved. No matter what, it is our time, it is our lives.
Safina Party is all about the economy. It is the economy, stupid. And those who will see that it is the economy will join Safina Party. And there are many people who have expressed interest to even contest for positions on Safina Party tickets. At the right time, we are also going to unveil our machine. The engine has been turned on. Safina is coming. You know, a ship comes slowly and gently. You may think you are seeing a small speck somewhere at the back. Before you know it, you see a massive ship. That is Safina. Safina Party, the economy.
So the arc is coming.
The arc is coming.
You don't like me, why them a fight me? You don't like me, chewing a bone, bite it.
TJ, bomb them, never stop.
We don't trust them even if we bust them. We don't trust them, stay far, not touch them. We don't trust them, hope their man not sub them. Informer, me say you must them.